Some of my old videos contain unfunny comments and off-color jokes. When I was younger, I thought that I had a dark sense of humor because I could joke about like infant mortality and shit. But that's not funny. I didn't have like a dark sense of humor. I was just an edgy, cringy teen. And the problem with these comments is that they were shock value jokes. The point of them is to make the listener uncomfortable by joking about taboo topics. However, most of these jokes that I made in these videos were about violence with a focus on death, and that's not funny. It's honestly a little bit disturbing. When dark humor works, the punchline is typically the exposure of a harmful system and the criticism of that system. Off-color jokes in general are part of a larger trend in a certain wing of comedy. Politically incorrect and irreverent comedy is extremely popular among right-wing communities, which is typically a sign that it's not good. Most of the jokes in this vein heavily feature violence, abuse, racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, etc. Most of the time, minorities and people who aren't in power are the butt end of these jokes. This edgy sense of humor is also a means of recruitment and radicalization for far-right communities. The far-right often uses ironic bigotry to disguise the harmful propaganda that it promotes and spreads. When confronted about it, the bigotry is often written off as just a joke. But it's not ironic, and this bigotry has been the inspiration for numerous acts of violence and terrorism. I do not endorse off-color, irreverent, edgy, politically incorrect humor. It is unfunny and helps normalize both the jokes and the ideology of far-right groups. Additionally, in Glass Walls, I made a homophobic comment about the closet. I suggested that people are only in the closet because they are ashamed of their identity. This is wholly unfounded and incorrect. That's not why people stay in the closet, Daniel. People might not be out for a plethora of reasons. They could be physically unsafe if they came out. Oftentimes, there's a lot of trauma and confusion in the process of coming to terms with a non-heteronormative or non-cisnormative identity. And that's valid. It's valid to be queer and closeted. You should come out on your own terms when you are ready to. No pressure, no rush. It's up to the individual. I regret making off-color, edgy, vaguely, if not blatantly homophobic comments both on and off camera. I hope I have fully explained why these comments are not funny and not okay. I've gone through the videos that contain the yikes shit and put a big disclaimer in their description at the very beginning to explain why it's not funny. Ironic bigotry is still bigotry, and off-color jokes, politically incorrect humor, it's not funny. That's pretty cringe.